السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس فافسحوا يفسح الله لكم، وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات، والله بما تعملون خبير. صدق الله العظيم. The translation of this ayah from Surah Mujadilah: O you who believe, when it is said to you, make room for the others in the sittings, then make room, and Allah will make room for you in the hereafter. And when it is said, rise up, then rise up, and Allah will raise those in ranks who have believed and are given knowledge. Allah is well aware of what you do. So alhamdulillah, we know the legacy of Muslims, and sometimes we get stuck in this legacy, and that's all we think about, that's all we talk about. Muslims were the lions in the field of math, science, engineering, medicine, history, you name it, the list goes on. That Muslims were the ones who revolutionized many areas of even agriculture. The streets, which are still used in Spain and many of the cities, those were the ones which were built by our ancestors. The Muslims in Spain were there for longer than the current group of Spaniards have been there. This is how long the Muslims were in Spain. So we reminisce about our past glory. We look at Al-Khwarizmi and the math and the remarkable work he did with math in the area of algebra, that many times people, they get annoyed when you talk about algebra, but this comes from the word al-jabr, that to complete or to rejoin, and also algorithms. Then you have Abu Ali al-Hussein, who is known as Ibn Sina. He was an expert in the field of medicine, chemistry, metaphysics, astronomy. The list goes on. But he was also a hafiz of the Quran. He also wrote passages about the Quran and about Islam. And he also wrote a book called the Book of Healing, which was used in many medieval universities up until 1650. And they even Latinized his name to Avicenna, but we know his roots and we know who he was. So the Muslims, they have a legacy. But we shouldn't think that the legacy is just in the past. We're educated people, we're smart people, we're people with a future. We have prosperity in front of us. We shouldn't just be looking at our past and thinking, oh, this is it. We don't have any hope for the future. We need to step up to the plate. This is the time. This is the era where we need to step up to the plate. We're seeing what's going on with our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. In this country and outside of this country, what's happening to our Muslim brothers and sisters. That an elderly person being discriminated as they're trying to get their retirement benefits. We see things like this happening. We shouldn't become downtrodden. We shouldn't become sad. I was talking with my own wife and I was saying that we need to invest in good, upright Muslims to become the leaders in each and every field, become specialists. When a Muslim has problems, when they suffer from trauma due to Islamophobia, and they go to a Muslim therapist, that person will understand their needs. When a Muslim person has needs of legality, and they go to CARE or other Muslim organizations of civil rights, these organizations will understand their problems. When a Muslim sister goes to a Muslim OBGYN, that sister will understand the doctor who is an OBGYN, a Muslim doctor. She will understand the needs of that sister, and she will cater to her in that accordingly manner. So these are the situations which are in front of us. And we shouldn't become, like I said, downtrodden. And I keep saying this because we have this mentality that we won't get ahead. This is the time and this is the era to get ahead. And it's not like we don't have Muslim professionals who are leads in their areas. We have people like Doctor Shaykh Hussein Sattar, who is a pathologist. He teaches at the University of Illinois, Chicago. He is a sheikh. He gives dars. He leads Taraweeh in Ramadan. But also at the same time, when he gives classes, people want to sign up for his classes. And they asked him, why are you such a good lecturer? And you know what he said? He said, my teacher who taught me Bukhari, I teach the same way. And so people were appreciative of him. They're like, really, you teach the same way? And then we have Sheikha Dr. Haifa Yunus. She is a board certified OBGYN, But at the same time, she was telling the story of how in between delivery, she would sit in the waiting room and recite Quran, and people would be like, why are you doing this? And she says, you don't know what I know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me peace through this. So we have people who are specialists in their fields. So we should look forward to making more and more specialists in each and every field. Because looking forward, we need to create a new legacy of Muslims who are specialists, who are professionals, who take the ummah forward. So make dua for each and every person who's come to this gathering, and make dua for our students who are trying to achieve this grand honor of getting education to further the ummah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, and may He forgive each and every one of us for any mistakes or misunderstandings. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.